Okay, it's really hot. Okay guys, so I'm just jumping right into the demo for this. I'm really excited. So this is actually not a first impressions video. I've actually been using these concealers for the past 2 weeks and I've been so obsessed with them. This is like a common theme with this like larger concealer tube and larger wand, and I'm not mad at it. It just takes away like a little bit of time really on your applications. This is the same kind of style packaging as the CoverGirl concealer that we recently looked at on here, and then also we compared it to the Tarte Shape Tape. So that's really interesting that more and more drugstore concealers are starting to like mimic that, again with like the large doe foot applicator. So today I actually have 2 shades here. I have 260 Cashmere and 265 Cashew. I really like both of them. The reason that I gravitate towards using both of them is only for one purpose, and it is the fact that Cashew is really my skin tone. So I go in with Cashmere, the lighter shade, just to highlight a smidgen underneath the eyes, and that's pretty much it. This, honestly, I don't know why this keeps happening. Every single time I film a concealer video, my skin's like looking good, but I've been really struggling the past like 2-3 months with very bad breakouts, even on my cheeks and on my chin especially, and this concealer really does a good job at covering up blemishes, not just under the eyes. So one of the main things I want to highlight about this is that it's a very versatile concealer, can be used for multi-purposes, whereas some concealers that I've shown here on my channel are really only good for one or the other. So that's really great bonus to L'Oreal for creating a formula that not only, you know, conceals dark circles, but also redness, blemishes, and doesn't get dry on them or anything like that. So really, really 2 thumbs up on that point. Like on a day-to-day basis, I'll only use Cashew, the darker shade, the one that's like similar to my skin tone, because I don't really feel the need that I need to go above and beyond and like highlight and stuff. But I'll show you guys what I do with Cashmere for the purpose of this video. So I take the one that's closer to my skin tone and I just kind of apply a little bit under the eyes. Like I don't do a lot because I'm going in with another shade as well. And then I'll put it on the center of my forehead. I'll go around the mouth, like anywhere that I feel needs a little bit of coverage. You know, like the past couple of weeks and last month, I had a lot of blemishes here. So I would spot treat those with this shade as well. Right now, I'm actually doing okay. And sorry for the raspiness, I'm really suffering. And excuse the raspiness of my voice, it's gonna go in and out. I'm really trying to film, I'm off for a couple of days, so I'm trying to film lots of videos while I'm off, but unfortunately, I have a cold. Anyways, with this Cashmere shade, I just dot a smidgen right more towards the inner, and then one little smidgen in the center of the face, just to help brighten it up. And again, that's not something that I do on the daily, that's more for when I'm doing like a full-blown makeup look. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and start working that in. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. Just want you guys to see how well this concealer blends out and how like full coverage it is. So as you can see, like just a couple pounces, look at that blending right out really nicely into the skin, and the 2 colors blend together really nicely. Like there's no choppiness at all whatsoever, which is really, really great. And I've also been using this guy as a eyeshadow base. So I kind of bring it over the eye as well, which is really nice and easy. It's kind of just such a versatile concealer. I've really been enjoying it. I also bring that down the edges of my nose just to kind of brighten up that area. And then right away you can see like what a difference in brightness that it did. Obviously you can't see that. So dumb. I'm gonna go on the sides of my mouth. I just find one of the greatest things about this concealer is that the product distributes really easily. So while you put it right in the center, you can kind of buff it out into like that fan kind of shape, and it looks just really easy, clean, and blended. I also find like if you are struggling with dark circles under the eyes, try bringing your concealer on your eyelid, and on this inner area right here is a tough area to conceal, but that will bring such a great amount of like brightness to your eyes, and it makes such a difference. Like once I started really doing that, bringing it kind of like full circle. I've noticed such an improvement in the way that my whole under eye area looks, so definitely loving that. But yeah, guys, that's how quick of an application this concealer has. Anyways, guys, this is what it's looking like just with foundation and my concealer on. This concealer really just takes your whole look to a new level of like porcelain doll, I find. I don't use a whole lot, and such a little amount goes such a long way. It's definitely a full coverage concealer. This is the first concealer in the Infallible line. As you guys know, I'm such a huge fan of L'Oreal Infallible foundations. I love the Pro Glow, I love the Pro Matte. They're both really good. And now like the fact that they've launched the concealers, like the full wear concealer line, I'm super excited, and I had a feeling that I was gonna love it, and here I am absolutely loving it. I know like this is not a new concealer, but I really wanted to review it because I reviewed a lot of the Infallible line, and I just felt like I needed to share with you this product because it's drugstore and it's really amazing. Like, I swear to you, I like this concealer more than the Tarte Shape Tape. I have not picked up the Shape Tape even on special occasions since I've had this, and I don't think I will. Like, this one just blends so much faster and it's not as thick. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not, like the Tarte Shape Tape is a really great concealer, but it's super pricey and it's very thick. This one is not as thick. A little goes such a long way, and it blends so easily, and it's so affordable. I was trying so hard to get through that sentence. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna jump off camera super quickly, finish up my makeup, and be back to talk more about the concealer. All right, I am back and I have the rest of my makeup on. I actually went with such a bold lip, like, whoa, it's just a Wednesday. Anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about my thoughts on the concealers and then a little bit of logistic information about them. So yeah, as I've mentioned, like, I'm definitely a huge fan of the formula. It lasts all day long. I've had no issues with creasing, and it just looks really, really good. It's gonna help you cover up those blemishes, the dark circles, highlight all those good things that you are looking for in a concealer. So I really, really love that about it. It's kind of like a one-stop shop, which I find lately concealers aren't doing that. So I've had a lot of really great success with concealers, but then I can't use them for blemishes, or I can't use the ones that are good for blemishes for under my eyes to cover up dark circles. So that's really great that this one's kind of has that full-blown spectrum. Packaging wise, I really like the packaging. I'm a huge fan of this style, like the larger tube for concealer and then the larger wand. I just find like it's easier to apply underneath the eyes, like it's quick, easy. So yeah, no complaints on the packaging whatsoever. It's pretty basic otherwise. You can see the color through it and all that good stuff. So no bad things to say on that front. So there is 25 shades in this concealer range, which I think is actually really, really great. There's some drugstore concealers that have like 7 shades and that's it. So 25 is really great. It's gonna allow everyone to really find that good shade that whether you want to highlight or just conceal. So alongside the fact that it is easy to blend in full coverage, it's actually also transfer proof and waterproof, which I've been seeing a lot more like in the forefront of concealers and foundations, to be honest, is that they're transfer proof. I personally really like that. I get really quite dewy, aka oily, at the end of the day, so you could touch my face and often you'll see product on my fingers and it like makes my phone dirty, my laptop's always dirty. So knowing that products are becoming more and more transfer proof is really nice, especially if you're someone like me who wears foundation all day long at the office and then some afterwards. So that's really nice. If you have oily skin, you need the transfer proof kind of like statement. Last but not least, the price of the concealer, it is $16.99 and that's Canadian, and you can find it at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart. All of the local drugstores will have it, and I've seen it in stock at multiple locations. Like I said, this isn't a new concealer, so it's definitely now available. I just really wanted to share my thoughts with it because I'm so obsessed. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review on the L'Oreal concealer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and of course, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.